From sailing penalty flags to flying fists, tensions ran very high during last night's Musket Bowl game in Jonesboro. This year's game ended in a huge fight between players, even some fans, even some parents. Witnesses said when the game ended, players gathered on the field to shake hands, but as soon as they did, the sportsmanlike gesture turned into unsportsmanlike conduct as both teams had members throwing punches. Now TSSAA is looking into the incident, considering handing down some punishments to both schools.
To have good sportsmanship throughout the year is very important. If it is violated in some form or fashion, obviously fighting would be an extreme violation of it. That's obviously something we don't like to see at all.
News Channel 11's Jake Young was on the field right there in the middle of it, his camera rolling when the fight broke out. Jake, thanks for joining us tonight at 5. You've covered sports for years. You've lived sports all your life. Have you seen anything like that before?
Not in person. You know, I've heard a lot about different fights that have happened. A lot of times it happens during football with so many people out there, tensions running high, especially in a rivalry game like this. Never have seen something like this actually in person. And the surprising thing was you didn't really even see it coming. There were, you know, you could tell that it was typical rivalry stuff, a few unsportsmanlike penalties, things like that. But really, most of that happened toward the beginning of the second half. It kind of faded away as the game went on, it seemed like, but then all of a sudden, right at the end, things kind of fired up again. Daniel Boone and David Crockett high schools are banned from the postseason for 3 years and need to pay more than $4,700 in fines. The TSSAA announced the stiff penalty late this afternoon, a swift decision ahead of tomorrow's announcement of postseason brackets. Both Boone and Crockett will appeal on November 13th. The TSSAA said both schools failed to take disciplinary action, but we found out tonight that is not the case. Today, 3 David Crockett high school football players were suspended. Crockett Athletic Director Josh Kite says he's hoping to clear up the misinformation.
David Crockett and Daniel Boone High School's penalties for a post-game Musket Bowl fight have been reduced. The TSSAA took $1,000 off an initial fine of $4,700 and also removed 1 year from the 3-year playoff ban. Both schools were hoping that this year's ban and the nearly $5,000 fine would be the only penalties, but they did not get exactly what they asked for. But David Crockett's principal says he is satisfied with the outcome.
I just want everybody to know that we're sorry it happened. I know both schools are. We're not proud of what happened. Neither school is, and we're ready to move forward.
Both schools will pay the fine with money earned from ticket sales.